Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So we are not at my little trailer, we are at the double wide. Jeremy has been just super busy and really overwhelmed with work lately, so I decided to help him out and clean up his bedroom for him. So if you're new, my husband and I live in separate homes because we were separated for about a year, but we are now together. We just haven't moved back in. So sometimes I stay over here, and every once in a while he'll stay at my trailer. So this is laundry, and it, as he says, is like the bane of his existence. And I asked him a really good question. He does super well to keep it clean. Our son goes to private school, so he has to have particular clothes, a uniform or whatever. I don't know why I said particular clothes. It's a uniform. So, and Jeremy does great to wash the clothes. Our other two kids that are still at the house, they do their own laundry. They're old enough to do it. Joe's actually almost old enough to do his too, but we just haven't quite worked on that with him. So anyway, when Jeremy and I both lived here, I did all the laundry, and I would fold it and set it aside for him to put up. And he always immediately, that was the first thing he did when he came home, was he would put it straight up. But I asked him, I was like, why don't you put your laundry up? He's like, I really don't know. And he doesn't. And the funny thing is here, I got all his clothes and I folded some of them and then put some of them aside, and he put them all up. And I was like, why will you only do it for me and not for yourself? And he's like, I don't know, you took the trouble and the time to fold all my clothes. He's like, I'd be kind of a jerk. And I'm like, well, you took the time to do it for yourself. I was like, I guess it'd be kind of a jerk move to yourself if you don't put your clothes up. Not that I was fussing at him, I was more really just curious. Jeremy's one of those people that it is a sweet thing, but I don't want to necessarily say sad, but in order to get him to do anything, it has to be something for someone else. Jeremy is probably he is one of the most selfless people I have ever met in my life. He won't buy anything for himself, but if it's for me and the kids, he won't look at the price tag. Same goes for doing stuff. He will do everything in the world for other people, but he won't do that for himself. It's just that says a lot about his character. So anyway, I meant that as a compliment and as a good thing. I wished he would do more for himself, but so that's why I didn't mind to come over here and do this. I don't mind to do it because I love him and just because I like cleaning. So, but I went over and tidied up his bedroom for him. He does really well to keep the rest of the house clean, but just the bedroom is an area that he kind of struggles with. The funny thing is, when he goes to clean, he's so much better at it than I am. Like, he takes the time to neatly fold the clothes. We're laughing about it. Like, when I fold the clothes, it looks like I wad them up. And he takes the time and it looks like it's been in a freaking, like he's a professional clothes folder. I don't know what that term would be. And this right here, you will see he struggles with it and I struggle with it. We both have had a time with it. These are all of Joe's school papers from the whole year. So it's May now? So all through September. Jeremy doesn't know what to throw away. And this is something, you guys, if you've been here from the beginning, you know I've struggled with. At one point, all of our kids were at home and they were homeschooled. I kept everything. I didn't know what to throw away. I had 5 totes full of just papers from the kids. Eventually, I pared it down, and I've done well to throw stuff away, much to Joe's dismay. But I try to. I do keep some things. I keep some papers. I don't just throw it all away. I do keep some. But Jeremy doesn't know which ones to keep at all. So that's what we did right here. I went through them. I handed them to him. I said, hey, this needs to be shredded. This needs to be pitched. You can keep this. And that's what we did. Then there were some books and stuff in here that needed donated. He had a lot of bills too, which we shred those or toss them in the fire. It just depends on what's going on. I have done a lot better. I had to really, really push myself to get rid of papers. And the kids' artwork, I still have a hard time throwing it away. If it's something, I keep more probably than I do pitch when it comes to the kids' artwork. I love it. And they're little, especially if it's something, which the older kids don't do this anymore, but like little hands, little footprints, anything that has to do with those. Oh, I'm a sucker for it. I got to keep it. But yeah, this is what I was doing, just helping him. But he does a lot of stuff for me too. Anything that needs fixed in my house, he's he comes over and does it for me. So it's an equal trade. Oh, you guys, this week has been like a flippin' cartoon and not a good one. My washing machine broke. My coffee pot broke. At one point in the morning, I had one of these goofy moments. That was the same morning my coffee pot broke. I dropped an egg on the floor and it ran everywhere and I had to clean it. It was up underneath my refrigerator. What else happened? Why is I go to McDonald's after work. I pick up Joe and we're going to go to McDonald's to get some food because we were in a big hurry. And I put in the mobile app order. It's the wrong McDonald's. So I got to drive all the way across town to the other McDonald's. Right. Then I have Invisalign. And this is my last set of Invisalign. And I have not done this entire 2 years I've had it. I threw them away in the McDonald's trash can. So I had to go back in. I ran into McDonald's and had to go through their trash and find my Invisalign. And if you guys have bought them before or paid, about the price tag, you understand why I dug through the trash for them. And then, I don't know why I'm yelling either, sorry. I stayed at Jeremy's that night and I locked myself out of his house. So I had to climb in through the back window over the kitchen into the sink. And it was quite comical. I was really afraid. I was like, I hope your neighbors don't think that you're strange, whatever term it is, and like breaking into his house and they call the cops on me. It was ridiculous. So yeah, just one of those weeks. And to top it all off, I am under the weather. I don't know if like my work schedule's finally caught up with me and I'm just exhausted and the run on top of that, or if I also been on taking allergy medicine, so that's probably not helping. But today just finally, I woke up this morning and I'm glad to be off tomorrow. This blanket on his bed, I love it. It is my favorite blanket that we have ever had out of all the comforters and everything. And I got it at Sam's on sale for like $12. And it's perfect. It covers it. It's not too thick. It's not too thin. It's great. We didn't argue, but I wanted to take it with me and he didn't want me to. So we see who won that one, which we don't really argue. Actually, we never argue. We do now. On purpose. Not that we pick fights, but we've never argued, and that was one of our biggest problems, is neither one of us wanted to say anything to the other person. And in our case, maybe not in everybody's, but in our case, that was not a good thing. So, I swept and mopped in here. He bought a Roomba, and I tell you what, it has been fantastic. I never bought one when I lived here because I didn't think it would do very well. And I'm telling you what, it keeps his floors great. Now, he's not good to mop anymore. Well, he never was. He's not much of a mopper. Michael will mop in the kitchen and stuff. The kids do all the mop in the kitchen, but as far as mopping the rest of the house goes, no. If Haley will do it every now and then. So I was really surprised at how clean these floors were. Now, he doesn't have a dog. He's got a cat, and the cat doesn't cause much dirt as far as that goes. I mean, I'm sure if you took like a microscope or something and looked at all that, but I'm sure humans are just as, we're dirty too. His living room really wasn't that bad. There was just little few things here and there that needed tidied up, and it just things that really made the whole room look different though in the end. So he had some stuff in the corner that's just been sitting there forever. Well, not forever, but since he put the house back together after they finished. And it was just stuff he really didn't know what to do with. So I went and found a home for all of it. And that was it. And this bench has always been a catch-all. You guys know that I've always struggled to move stuff. This is, a big thing that I have had to come to terms with is I'm the clutter bug in the house. Like, Jeremy has done well to really keep the clutter down. Now, granted, when I lived there were a lot, my older boys were there. And then when I moved out, and Joe comes to my house. So anyway, I'm saying there's not as much traffic in the house when I was there. But even still, now that I'm at my trailer, I struggle to keep it clean. Like, I knew I was messy. But now it's like I'm at a point where I'm incredibly frustrated with myself. I know you got to give yourself grace and all that stuff, but it's really becoming apparent to me what a problem it is for me to keep my house clean. And the thing is, I don't know how this works, but like I want my house clean. I don't like a messy house, but yet I'm a clutter bug. So I don't know. I've really been trying to work on building better habits, especially this last month, but now I'm really trying to make the effort. I like to clean. I like to clean other people's houses though, which is weird that this was my house at one point and now it doesn't really feel like my house anymore. So when I clean it, it is like I'm cleaning someone else's house. So it makes it easier. Like I never thought that I would enjoy it. It's just, I don't know. It's a very weird thing. I did fold some clothes here. He just had a random laundry bag full of towels. I think they had been folded at one point, and he probably just pulled one or two out. But I got those. Okay, so at the end of this video, I'm going to do a little walk around of the backyard and kind of explain to you guys what I'm doing. And I just cut it off at one point and just stopped because I get distracted by food. So I'm going to go ahead and say my goodbyes here, but there's quite a bit of video left. There's a haul on here, and then I'm going to show you the future plans for the backyard and for what we're going to do with the summer stuff. But you guys are going to see me sweep and mop in here. And then we'll move on to Jeremy's food haul and then to the backyard. But thank you guys so much for coming around. I know this video is a little bit different. Next week we should have a good old-fashioned clean with me at my little trailer and a couple things that I've done around here. But I hope wherever you guys are at, you're having a blessed one. I love you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of this video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Alright y'all, Kroger and Sam's Club food haul. You are looking at about $160, $170 worth of groceries here, which again, is crazy. But we got a couple extras. Honey Crunchy Butter on sale, Sun Butter, because Joe's school, he's not allowed to have regular peanut butter because of allergies and whatnot. So we go to that, which he's allowed to have. We can make him peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Fresh strawberries, bread, hamburger buns, keto cinnamon bread. This stuff is great. Hamburger was on sale. 0 carbs. We'll split this and this giant thing of eggs with Erica, and shrimp because we love shrimp. But anyways, that's about it. Got some pine sol back there. Not a lot for that much money, but it is what it is. Oh, and pizza sauce, because I make homemade keto pizzas, little ghetto pizzas. Anyways, there it is, y'all. Thanks.
Okay, so hopefully the background noise isn't too long and y'all can hear me. I'm here at Jeremy's. So if you're new, about a year ago, a tornado came through and knocked that tree down, and it fell through the double wide and crushed it right here and went into the house. It took, how long did it take for them to fix everything once you finally got somebody here? It took almost a year for you to get back in, right?
No, it took about 6 months.
It took about 6 months to get back in. So there, as you guys can see, a lot of yard work that needs to be done. Jeremy and I are both incredibly busy, and even though he works from home, he doesn't have the time. Well, I mean, it's been difficult. So here's what we're doing. The whole rest of this is me explaining what's going to happen. So I'm going to start coming over and helping for about an hour a week in the yard, trying to get it ready for, we don't know what, but it's got to be cleaned. We don't know whether it's to be sold or whatever. The point is, it all has to be cleaned up. So let's start with this over here. I had made a rock garden Jeremy doesn't want to keep it anymore, and even if I move back, I don't want to take care of it anymore. So we're going to dismantle this. Those are going to stay. This is going to go back with me to the little trailer. But we're going to clean the rest of this up. Jeremy said he wants to keep the rocks, but no plants, nothing. If you guys remember, there used to be a water fountain over there. It's now at the little trailer, and so are a couple other things. He's not sure if he wants to pull up the Florida grass or not. I think he does. That is lemon balm that has gone wild. All of that needs to be pulled up. All of this is going to be cleaned up. Jeremy's getting a trampoline. We had a pool here at one point that a trampoline, but we are gonna put a trampoline here, but we're gonna pull all this up and clean that. So this right here is actually not, that's the property line. It is not that up there. So he doesn't know what he wants to do with this yet. Let's move over here. He does want to dismantle the shed. It's old and busted and the floor's gone. And then all of this needs to be cleaned. As you can see, the garage got torn up pretty bad. It was in bad shape before. But all of this is going to go to the scrap yard. So, yeah. Some of this is from the tornado and some of this is just from neglect and time. This needs to go away too. So that is going to be the project for this summer and for the double wide. Jeremy's going to be working on it too throughout the week. But that's going to be what my part that I'm going to do, is try and help clean up some of this stuff. And then now you can see the porch is brand new, and he had it stained. It needs to be stained again. Michael's got a little garden going. But yeah, so that's probably about 65% of the mess. And the other is just that there's really not anybody to take care of it right now. So I'm gonna come over and do my part. For those of you wondering what in the world is going on, you have no idea. I'm talking about being here, not being here. Oh, what are you making? Ooh, that looks, are those steaks? Are you making steaks and shrimps? Y'all, I got distracted. Look what he's cooking. Okay, sorry. Did I forget any part about I was explaining what we're doing this summer in the backyard?
I didn't hear.
Oh.
I don't know.
All of that's going to be firewood. The neighbor's supposed to come and get it at some point. But it's not a big deal. It's not in the way. And we're not doing anything past that. And then Jeremy's going to get rid of the big brush pile. Okay. Do you want to add anything, babe?